Morning everyone, hope you're doing well. So the last ride video I put out was one of my favourite rides around the Wanstead, Tan Hill and Avebury area, basically to the north of the Pewsey Downs. This week I'm going to drop down to the south, so try a ride down into the Pewsey Vale. The plan is starting at Martinsell Hill, which you can see behind me, looking pretty spectacular. At the start of the Tan Hill Way, we're going to follow that trail all the way round to Tan Hill via Golden Ball Hill and Milk Hill, and then we're going to drop down to the south into the Pewsey Vale and join the Kennet and Avon Canal towpath, and then follow that all the way back to a little place called Hewish, before climbing back up onto the Pewsey Downs at Hewish Hill and just retracing our steps back along the Tan Hill Way to Martinsell, where we started the ride today. We've got absolutely stunning conditions today. It's December the 2nd though, so it is getting quite cold. There's a bit of frost on the ground, but these are ideal conditions. A big part of this ride today is going to be the views from the ridgeline, the Pewsey Downs ridgeline. So yeah, couldn't ask for a better day really, and yeah, it's shaping up to be a really good ride today, and I hope you enjoy it. Right, let's get going. This is Martinsell, as I mentioned in the intro. It's probably the best view you're going to get of the hill. It's extremely impressive looking hill, especially for this area. So if you've been following me on Instagram recently, you probably have noticed that I got some new shoes as an early Christmas present from my wife, and they are the FiveTen Trailcross Gore-Tex shoes. I really wanted a pair of winter shoes, so today will give us a good opportunity to see what they're really like. I've heard mixed things. People of Instagram have been giving me mixed reviews, so yeah, I'll let you know how I got on with them. Through this wood. Really steady here. Mud, leaves and wet roots are quite a lethal combination. Whoa. Power. Get up here. A bit boggy in places, but generally not a bad section. The leaves are helping actually, sort of soaking up the moisture from the mud. There's proper views opening up straight ahead down into the Pewsey Vale, and Giant's Grave is over to my left. Stop and have a look at that on the way back probably. Beautiful day. Just a gentle climb now up round to Hewish Hill. Lovely views opening up to the left, and this is what we're going to be getting throughout the first part of the ride. Just going to come up here. There's the sign for the White Horse Trail. Going to be a bit of a sloppy one in places, I think. Well, that northwesterly wind is really picking up now. We're up on the ridgeline. It's quite biting actually. I think we've got a high of 4 today, so I can't see it getting much warmer than it is now. So we've got a bit of climbing now, up onto Trailcross Hill, and then we just carry on round to Golden Ball Hill, and then on to Milk Hill, carry on along the ridgeline. The loop section of this ride starts at the top of this hill, so we'll get to enjoy this descent later on as we retrace our steps back to Martinsell. So we'll be coming up from the left here at the end of towards the end of the ride, after we've done the stretch along the Kennet and Avon Canal and the Pewsey Vale. Quite slow going along the top here across these fields, but it does give you a good chance to just take in the views as you go, rather than just bombing along. It's pretty spectacular, isn't it? Very, very steep sided hills. This is Nap Hill, and then the pointed one beyond that is Walker's Hill. We're going to drop down and then up that track you can just pick out here and onto the one stike at the top. Short descent now. Fortunately there's a gate at the bottom here which interrupts this first section. Good. Nice smooth descent. Mud flipping out. Alright, just going to cross the road here and start the descent up onto the one stike, which is running along the top of a hill here from this direction, from westwards. It's a bit of a roller coaster, this first section, very up and down, steep climb, followed by a long descent, followed by another steep climb, another long descent, but makes for a good ride. Steep old climb, this one. Okay, so this is the view from the top of the one stike path. We've just come down here and up here. This is westwards in that direction. The Martinsell Downs in this direction. See the ridgeway running up from Overton Hill just over there. Silbury Hill and Avebury down to the north. And then I think that's Cheryl Hill over there. Yeah, Cheryl Hill over there and Morgan's Hill just about pick out over there. And we're going to head round to Tan Hill like we did in my previous video. I waffle on about this pretty much every time I'm up here, but for those who don't know, the one stike is a defensive linear earthwork system with a bank and a ditch, which is down to the right here, and the remains of it run from Marlborough in the east, and they head all the way west over Tan Hill, and the one-site path finishes at Martinsell Hill near Devizes. I'm hoping this descent might get rid of quite a bit of the mud that's built up on my tyres. That sound, that crunchy sound of frozen mud under your tyres. I'm just going to start the climb now up the northern side of Tan Hill. Hardy cows up on the hills here. Morning. I should go steady along here because so far the slightly semi-frost soft mud is proving to be a little bit of a lethal combination. Really careful here. Back up on the one stake, and we're going to follow it a little bit further round, and then we're going to look for a turning on the left that will drop us down into Pewsey Vale, join the Kennet and Avon Canal. Yeah, I think we turn left here and leave the one stake path. Drop down this track now, I think. Looks like it's feeling quite slippy. Turn for my speed a little bit here. Rusted as well. Really slippery surface. I think that's Martinsell Hill straight ahead, just south of Devizes. So straight ahead is Clifford's Hill or Ribery Camp, and then just to the left here is the other side of Tan Hill. Milk Hill is beyond that ridge line, can't see it at the moment. modern day long barrow, which a landowner created, and I believe you can pay and have your ashes put there when you die, put within the actual burial mound. Yeah, so I was confused by this. I thought, when I first saw this mound, I thought it was a proper Neolithic burial mound, but I've been corrected by the good people of Instagram and been informed that it's actually a modern day burial mound. Quite an impressive looking thing. I don't think we'll be able to see much, but we can go inside this. And yeah, and there is a long chamber, and off to the sides are the places where they bury the urns of ashes. Yeah, I wonder if it'll last as long as the Neolithic burial mounds in this area. There's the canal. This way goes to Bath in the west, and I think in the other direction it goes all the way to Reading via Newbury. Yeah, let's just head down onto the towpath. So just going to follow the towpath now for I think about 4 miles. So this towpath is technically a designated footpath, but I said before when I've ridden on the canal towpaths, as far as I'm aware, you are allowed to ride on them, providing you just take care not to well, you just take care for the pedestrians and other users of the path. But I think we're all right to cycle on them. I like to be honest about these rides I go on. And this particular stretch of the canal towpath is really, really boggy. It's rideable, but this ride might be better left to the summer and drier months. Quite hard going in places. So an update on the shoes. Feet are still nice and warm and dry, and this has been a pretty muddy and wet ride today, so all I can say is that I'm pretty impressed with these shoes on their first 2 outings. So far, so good. So these 2 hills, this is Woodborough Hill. At this point you can take a detour up onto the top there. Some nice views of the Pewsey Downs and the Alton Barnes White Horse, and you literally just follow this bridleway all the way to the top, and then slightly more pointed one there is Picked Hill, but unfortunately you can't get to the there's no public access to the top of that one. Just stopped for a bit of lunch, and there really is nothing better than a hot cup of tea on a cold day. It's the most simple thing, but it seems like such a treat when you're a fair way from home. Yeah, so I think we leave the canal here. And head straight across the road. Oh. Minor road for a short stretch. Generally speaking, the canal towpath is a pretty nice relaxing ride, but there are definitely a few very boggy, muddy sections, particularly this time of year. Just starting a long climb now, starting to steepen a little bit. Over at Crossroads, I'm posted Hewish and Draycott. It's Draycott Hill, which we're climbing back up onto. Okay, this is where we come off. There's some nice views here. This is the ridgeline we rode along earlier in the ride. On the horizon there you can see Walker's Hill, and then there's Knapp Hill, this is Golden Ball Hill, and this is Draycott Hill, and you can see the path going up the side there. That's a really steep hill actually, and 100% chance I'm going to be pushing at some point up there. This is actually probably just about rideable, but at this point in the ride, 20 miles in, my legs are having none of it. One thing's for sure though, this would make a cracking descent, and I've noted this down for a route sometime. Right, pretty much at the top now. It's another 100 yards or so to go, but it's obviously the reward. This is the Giant's Grave over there. And this is all Hewish Hill. And the Pewsey Vale in the afternoon winter sunlight. Really nice. Right, made it to the top. Just rejoining the Tan Hill Way now. Just gonna retrace our steps. I'm running a little low on battery, and I want to get the final descent off Martinsell, so this will probably be a bit of a highlights reel, seeing as we covered this in the first part of the video. Hi there. Oh, very wet, boggy. Right, so this is the top of Martinsell. It's really not going to get much better than this, I don't think. Absolutely stunning views today. Beautiful. Okay, final descent. Back down to the car. Sun's starting to set now, so this is perfect timing really. And this is a really good way to end the ride. brilliant ride. Finished off with a really good descent.